Hey folks, this is Ben Gussel. This is just going to be a very quick video here for you guys. I don't know if you guys have been following what's been happening with Corey Feldman and all that stuff in his movie that going to be releasing, but this is the latest information that I've gathered about a documentary he's been making about child abuse, pedophilia in Hollywood, specifically involving himself as a victim and Corey Haim as a victim. And this is something that's been kind of in, I think, the public eye for a while. Somewhat. You kind of have to have some interest in Corey Feldman, I think, to know about this documentary he's been making. It's not necessarily the sort of thing that is as well known as a lot of other things, like, everything having to do with President Trump and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. But yeah, again, it's anyway. So here's the information about this documentary. So insofar as I understand it to be, so it's not going to be something that's going to be shown in. This is not going to be shown in regular theaters. It's not something that's going to be something that we can just see, over a stretch of time. There are gonna be tickets. You can buy tickets, right? E-tickets or whatever, on Corey Feldman's website, mytruth doc.com, I think, but something like that. It's the website itself has not been fully made yet, but tickets will go on sale starting February 22nd. I think the website should be up around February 18th. I'm not sure about that, but right in that ballpark. But tickets should be on sale by the 22nd of February. And so once you pay for the ticket, which I think will be $20 per household, right? They'll give you a verification code you can use to, they'll walk you through the whole thing. So the movie, or actually the documentary itself, is going to be live streamed. So you can use that code to watch the documentary. It's going to be live streamed March 9th at 8 p.m. Again, so that documentary is going to be live streamed from Los Angeles March 9th at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're in a different time zone, you have to watch it later. And it's only going to be starting at 8 p.m. So everyone's going to be tuned into this one website. It's going to have a ton of traffic. I don't know how he's going to handle it. I don't know. But yeah, what I'm planning on doing is, I think a lot of people are going to be doing this as well. So I'm going to buy a ticket. I'll be watching it, but as I watch it, guess what else I'm going to be doing? Recording it on my phone. So I don't know if that's like a no-go, if that's not cool. I just know that if I do that, I'm going to not. I mean, I don't know if there's a way of doing it so you don't have to upload it to YouTube. You can just do it as an MP4 and send it to people that aren't going to pay the money and they want to still see it. And I think a lot of people, honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to do that. I'm thinking about doing it, but I think a lot of people are gonna do something like that, and then they're gonna share with friends and relatives, and they're not gonna anybody who and it's gonna be put on YouTube, but people are gonna put it on YouTube are gonna get probably in trouble. I don't know. I imagine they will, but then a lot of people are just going to the information in that documentary. The main points are going to be public knowledge within a week. So a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, I'm just going to hear about it from whatever." It's not that people don't care. People do care. I think it's just they don't want to spend $20, and they'll probably realize, "Oh, I'm probably going to hear all the information shortly anyway about it." I still want to see the documentary. I've seen enough Corey Feldman and Corey Haim movies, and I know enough about both of them. And this this topic is really, um, yeah. I just basically, in summary, I want to try to see this. Um, I hate to say it, but in some respects, this topic matters more to me even than the next presidential election. Because in presidential elections, I always feel like there's a lot of chicanery, and it's hard to know what's really going on. And we hopefully have faith that Trump will help our country, but it's kind of a show. And that's my Illuminati train of thought talking anyway. But with this doesn't this doesn't sound at all. I mean, like, it's a totally different deal, and we've known more and more about what's happening in Hollywood increasingly, and this might be one of the biggest things that will, come to light. And then another thing too about this is a lot of people aren't sure if it's not that we don't not people don't it's not that people don't trust Corey Feldman. It's more that it's Corey is the sort of person who, like myself, has a very emotional side or that sort of thing, and so a lot of people think he might sensationalize some things, or he might get some things a little bit. It might be hard to. It's just that a lot of people see Corey Feldman as being not a not the sort of person that will be very clear-minded, because of prior drug use or whatever else like that. I just have to say I think I don't believe that's going to be the case. I actually do believe that he will be especially clear-minded, and I think in fact he'll probably be more clear-minded than at any other point in his almost his entire life. So I know I have every faith that he's going to be telling the truth, big time in this documentary, and I think he's going to be especially sober-minded. Um, but I understand, the reservations that people have about Feldman, and it's just that people think he's a little bit addled or whatever. People think even much more the case, I think, for folks like Randy Quaid and stuff, and they said that they were. Well, anyway, that's a similar but different kind of situation, but. Um, it just goes without saying that there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in Hollywood. We're curious about what's happening somewhat, just like we're curious about a lot of other rumors of evil things happening in other places in the world. And it just so happens that Hollywood affects us more directly because we tend to see a lot of things like movies, from Hollywood. Anyway, so just to sum up again, this information about Corey Feldman's documentary coming out. So you can only see this documentary once, as far as we know so far. It's only going to be broadcast once. And that date is March 9th, 8 p.m. from Los Angeles or Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be a live streamed documentary. The tickets for seeing this will go on sale February 22nd. It'll be $20. So the idea is that the whole family can watch this, and everybody pitches in $4 to see it out of a family of 5. Kind of, that's the idea. And you can get tickets so far on a website called mytruth.com, but you might want to double check that website. It's still in construction. They're still under construction, so you can't get tickets yet. But it should be the website should be up and running around February 18th. All right. Leave me thoughts and comments below. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.